Hey everyone, thank you for jumping on. I really appreciate all the views, all the comments, and all the likes. And I pray that these short videos have been a blessing to you. I know they've been a blessing to me. I've been enjoying reading a chapter a day and then reflecting on what it says and then reflecting how it can be applied into my life. So I pray that it's doing the same for you. So today we're going to go over the chapter 8, 9, and 10. And we're not going to go over everything that's said because that would be impossible. But I think it's important to pull out some of the highlights in there, and hopefully it would help us to make better decisions in our faith and in our walk with God. So as we read chapter 8, again, just kind of going through it, the people of Israel are looking at the rest of the world and they're looking at their situation and they realize they need a leader. They have a leader. They have a leader by the name of Samuel who serves as a judge, who priest, a prophet. And all of a sudden, these people, now the nation of Israel, want a king. They want a king like the rest of the nation. And this hurts the leader. This hurts Samuel. And how does he respond? I think this is point number one that we must understand. He responds by taking his hurt and his pain to the Lord. He goes to God and he begins to ask God what he needs to do. God looks at Samuel and knows that Samuel's hurt, and he reminds him, or he lets him know, Samuel, they're not rejecting you, they're rejecting me. They don't want me as their king. Give them what they want. And so Samuel, of course, goes out and he starts searching for a new king. He tells them, we're going to do what you've asked and we're going to get you your new king. While that's happening, there's a young man by the name of Saul. And Saul loses his father's donkey, so he's sent out on the quest to go out and find these missing donkeys. He can't find them. He's getting ready to go back and just say, forget it. We've done lost them. And the man that he's with says, hey, I got an idea. Let's go and let's talk to a prophet that I've heard of, and let's see if he can tell us which way we need to go. So they go, and while that's happening, the Lord obviously is telling Samuel, the one's coming, get ready, he's going to be the king. So they come together, and as the Saul approaches him and asks him the question, can you tell us where our donkey is and whatnot? Here the prophet tells him, yes, I'm the seer. Go up ahead of me and worship. And so here he's telling him, I'm going to join you after you go and worship. And what's interesting is the response of Saul when he gets this instruction from Samuel. So let's backtrack a little bit. Samuel in Samuel 9 tells us that this young man by the name of Saul was the son of a man that was influential. He was a man that had influence in his community. He had some kind of pull. And so now that he comes into contact with Samuel tells him, "Go and wait for me, and I'm going to have dinner with you." And so Saul responds to him by, "I'm only from the tribe of Benjamin. I'm the smallest tribe of Israel, and my family is the least important of all families of that tribe. Why are you talking to me like this?" So Saul was surprised at the fact that the prophet would even talk to him and say, "Hey, go wait for me, and I'm going to have dinner or breakfast with you tomorrow morning." And so this point that I want to make using chapter 9 is this: is sometimes I think we underestimate who we are. You and I are children of God. And so remember who we are. We're not just anyone. We're not some orphan. We're not some just castaway people, but we are children of the Most High God. And so sometimes things are going to happen in our life. Things are going to happen for us. And when those things happen for us, don't scratch your head wondering, why is this even happening to me? No, trust in the fact that you are a child of God. God has anointed you, God has called you, and He has a plan and purpose for your life. And this was the case for Saul. Saul had the call on his life to be king over Israel. And so God told him, or Samuel told him, wait for me. Then from there, he's anointed king, and that's where this story ends for us in chapter 10. Saul is now anointed king. He is the first king over Israel. And so I want to end 8, 9, and 10 with this point. Is this that don't ever underestimate who you are. God is your father, and so trust in who he is and who he has called you to be. Live in the fact, don't live beneath who you are. Live at the level of a son or a daughter of God. God bless you. I hope this blesses you today, and we will see you tomorrow in Jesus' name. Don't forget to like, to comment, to share, and subscribe. All right. God bless you. We'll see you in Jesus' name.